the
Hobbies.
hobbies.
Hey guys, Twisty.
Be fresh.
And we have just officially seen the movie The Oz, the Great and Powerful, the new Disney remake of well, it's not really a remake. I guess you can say the origin tale of the original The Wizard of Oz.
No, it's the origin tale of Oz.
Which would be the origin of the Wizard of Oz. The Wizard of Oz. It didn't say nothing about Dorothy, it said the Wizard of Oz, the origin of the Wizard
Whatever.
of Oz.
I'm trying to
Yeah.
clarify for people.
Yeah. Anyway, this movie was interesting and a little bit confusing. Not for the plot. It was more or less the approach of the movie. I wasn't for sure if this was meant for adult audiences or for children audiences, and I think it was technically meant for a family, so it was trying to do a balance of both. But there are some situations in which that are a little bit confusing because most times in children's movies you have, like clouds and you have rainbows and then you have horses and then you may have like little people and you have big people and you have animation, then you may have like action sequences, but not really scary action sequences, and more like little small action sequences. And then you might have like little bitty people jumping up and down, and then little shiny things over here, and like a little shiny object that keeps getting you distracted, and keep getting you distracted, and keep getting you distracted. But really, the movie The Oz is a little bit confusing in that area because the on the adult side of the situation we have James Franco, who is playing Oz, and he seems to be of a womanizer. And I don't now. I mean, granted, I haven't seen The Wizard of Oz in maybe a few years or so, but I don't remember that being a major portion of the movie.
But that's the original movie, The Wizard of Oz, was focused on Dorothy going to Oz. It wasn't focused on how the magician Oz actually got there. Yeah, and actually, I don't think in the original his name was Oz because he actually did come back to Kansas from Oz, and then he actually went back to Oz again. Very confusing. But anyway, basically, what we are trying to say is that it had a really weird love angle.
Yeah, I was very confused. Not really confused, but just surprised, I think, about the love angle. I guess the movie The Oz, I was more curious about how he was going to fix the problem that the world is facing, and this is the monkeys, the evil witch, trying to resolve this issue in the land of Oz. And I was more focused on that. I didn't care if he liked the witches, or if he didn't like the witches, or if he was trying to get with one of the witches. That was a very odd angle that they decided to play that was kind of weird.
Yeah. And while we're talking about that, let's talk about the witches. There was three of them. Of course, they were all sisters. There was Theodora, played by Mila Kunis. Evanora, played by Rachel Weisz. Sorry.
W-E-I-S-C.
Sorry. And Michelle Williams played Glinda. And this is the first time we actually get to see the witches younger, and of course we're going to be comparing it to the Wizard of Oz. So in the original, all we really saw was Glinda and the evil witch, which we're not going to.
The Witch of the West.
Yeah,
who had no name.
Who had no name, but the Wicked Witch of the West.
And in this one, we actually realized she did have a name.
She had a name.
Mm-hmm. So I won't ruin it and let you know who it is, but it does turn out to be one of the sisters, which I mean that's kind of obvious. It has to be.
But and it was weird though too because we also got to see the origin of the Wicked Witch of the West, and we got to see Glinda as a younger Glinda. And
my only problem is how she became the Wicked Witch of the West. It was magically speaking, it was neat.
Yes.
I'm saying what action led her to it was like,
which goes to the adult angle.
Right.
If you actually see it, you'll understand what we're talking about with that. That goes with the adult angle. for the kids, that's where the magic came in, and that's how she magically became the Wicked Witch
Right.
of
So
the
it's neat to watch, but it's a little bit. It's kind of
It's
a let.
awful
It's kind of a
creepy.
sexist letdown to me about
Yeah.
what led her to be so evil. I'm just sorry. It just really
Yeah.
is. It's a sexist letdown to me.
It was very sexist for them.
So and so just to be be aware of that. The movie itself, like I said, it's entertaining. It's actiony. It's a little bit of a Glenda's portrayal in the movie is
I
she's
didn't like.
fun,
Yeah, she
she's
was fun, but
happy,
I didn't
and
like
I
Glenda.
believe Glenda would be like that. But she also came off as stupid and
She came off as
foolish.
very stupid.
She came off as a blonde, and she is a blonde, and
Yeah, I
but
mean,
she
she is
came
a
off
blonde, but she came
as
off as a stupid blonde. Like, yeah, let's go play in the field of poppies. Wee.
whereas like in the original, it seemed like she was happy, but she was intelligent.
Yeah.
And so we believe when she says, "This is what you must do." In this one, it just seems like, "Help us fix this problem. This has been caused. I can't do anything." And the whole issue of the powers, I was
Oh,
never
those are
really
yeah.
confused on what they could do and what they could not do. When you create a mystical, magical creature, you have to create rules to which they are confined. And then you have horses, and then you may have like little people, and you may have big people, and you may have animation, then you may have like action sequences, but not really scary action sequences, and more like little small little
Yeah.
action sequences.
Anyway,
And then you may have like little bitty people jumping up and down, and then little shiny things over here, and like a little shiny object that keeps getting you distracted, and keep getting you distracted, and keep getting you distracted. I've met the great Oz,
yeah,
and he loves me, and we're gonna get married.
he does
And it's
not
gonna
love you.
Yes, he does.
No, he doesn't.
He told me so.
He told me he loved me too. He tried to kiss me.
Oh my gosh, and that world that meant that he wants you to be his wife, and so I'm just a whore.
Yes. Yes. Go me.
I'm good though. I'm good.
No, you're
I'm
not.
good. Yes, I am.
No, you're not.
I said I am. Hi, Glenda.
Hi, I'm Glenda. Nice to
The
speak
world's
with
in
you.
danger, so what are we gonna like do?
We're gonna float in the bubble.
I don't think that's very bright,
Yes,
Glenda.
it is. Yay, bubbles.
Glenda, I think we
I
need
like blueberries.
I think we need a better plan other than just being happy.
No. Happiness cures all.
I think we're gonna have to kill this time.
No, you guys can't kill. It's forbidden.
This really sucks.
Breathe.
In Oz, James Franco starts off in Kansas. It's the black and white thing of the original Wizard of Oz, and then of course
Right.
it jumps to the color thing once he finally enters Oz.
And I really actually like the way that he they depicted what Oz looked like, because really with when we found Dorothy at Oz, we didn't really get to see any other part of it but her following the yellow brick road.
Mhm.
And I was like, that's the whole thing, follow the yellow brick road. Yeah. But here we got to see more of the flora and fauna of Oz, and it was neat.
It actually gave us a world, not just a road.
Yeah,
And so I really do enjoy
that's what
this
I say.
colorful depiction that they decide to give us. But in that same instance, we get to meet two new characters. We get to meet Finley, who's played by Zach Braff. He's a little monkey.
Yeah, he's a little monkey guy.
And we get Joey King, who's China Girl, and that's really all her name is. She doesn't get any
Yeah,
other name.
she doesn't have her
And they're the ones on this adventure to try to find the evil witch and stop her. And there's a
Yes.
whole understanding of who the evil witch is that you just have to
Yeah.
follow for the movie to understand what we're referring to. So his journey, you learn a lot. He learns
And
a lot
he
about
learns a
himself.
lot. And that's that's also where it's putting it back into the kid perspective, is because he learns a lesson and he learns about himself.
Although the lesson he learned, I think, would kind of go over a little bit.
It
Some
might go
kids'
over
heads
their
might,
head.
other than the fact that now he cares about other people besides himself.
Yes.
So I think that's a lesson children can understand. That
Yeah,
it's
they
not,
can
don't be
understand.
selfish. but
Feel
to
peace.
understand how he achieved that maybe a little bit over the
Yeah.
years, you know.
Yeah, and
But
parents, you can explain that to them.
so I
It's
think
not
that
that
it's
big of a
very
deal.
it's a good movie. I just think that there are some flaws that have to be addressed.
Yeah.
And one of the major flaws was trying to figure out was it for adults, was it for children, and it was trying to find that balance.
Yeah.
And it fought the entire movie for me.
Yeah, they were trying to do a family movie, which we understand there's not too many of them out nowadays, and it was fighting with itself and like, see, we're family, kind of. It was that type of thing.
Yeah, and after a while, it just gets to the point where you're just like, I just have to accept this is
As a
that movie.
movie.
Yeah, you can't really push past that. All the characters were alive, the characters were believable. Like I said, except for Glenda. Glenda's whole character was a bother to me. The Oz was problematic for me anyway, because I didn't realize he was such a butthole kind of
Yes.
character yet. He was not a likable character. Even at the end, he's somewhat redeemable, but I still never really
Mm,
liked him.
no, he wasn't a likable character. Actually,
That's okay.
I think I like China Girl more than I like her. She,
I like Finley better.
and they were side characters.
Yeah.
And
Actually, the witches, Theodora and Evanora, I kind of liked a little
yeah,
bit
they
better.
weren't bad either. So
But it's Oz and Glinda, the two main good characters, were problematic characters. I think it might have something to do with the portrayal of good versus portrayal of evil, which always Milton-esque. You make the bad guy better than the good guy. So
yeah, please tell me y'all did not get that reference. I'll be happy if you did. If you didn't, I would. I really would.
so just be aware of that. Other than that, I would give this movie probably somewhere around 3.5 to a 4. I would say
Yeah, it was. Visually, it was stunning.
probably in
I,
3D was probably
I mean, it was probably
masterful.
much
Yeah.
better in 3D. We didn't get to see it in 3D, sorry. But if you can spend the extra change, go see it in 3D.
Mm-hmm.
Um, we the acting wasn't bad. I believe these characters to be bad.
I believe, and I believe these characters had the intention of being good. I just think they were dumb or self-absorbed characters.
Yeah.
So they kind of became
Or
irritating.
or whiny. Or,
Yeah, there were some problems there, but
yeah, yeah. I really, yeah. Like I said, I believe China Girl was tough, although she was made of China.
right.
She was
But
tough.
that's more of a literary thing where you like the most fragile thing is supposed to be the strongest.
Yeah,
That's fine.
That's
fine.
we're not talking about literary.
So,
But the movie was very good. I would definitely say it's a family movie. There are things adults will get, there are things kids get,
but
so
there's a rough balance,
and
so be
that's a
aware of
very rough balance. It's
that.
like a zigzag. So, but yeah, definitely check it out. That was The Great and Powerful Loss. And this is Deep Fresh.
This is Twisty. Check you guys later, and thank you once again for watching.